My latest video seemed to show more people interested in infant baptism as a topic instead of the rap battle that I showed. So I decided to do some research and see if I could break it down. Full disclosure, I am a Baptist, been Baptist since a very young child, grew up in the church, all that. Okay, so infant baptism or christening is usually referred to as a Catholic sacrament that removes original sin and actual sin. But it is also practiced in some Eastern Orthodox, Methodist, Anglican, Reformed, and Presbyterian churches. It's seen as a continuation of the Abrahamic covenant with God in Genesis 12, where God told Abraham that his offspring would be blessed forever. Now, does that mean just Jews, or does that mean Christians? Now, that's a question for replacement theology, which is another topic altogether. So, now, are Catholics Christians? Well, that's something else we need to look into. So, respond down below and let me know what you think about those. It involves God's unmerited favor or grace. It is an expectation that the child will one day embrace Christ in faith. There is no biblical command explicitly regarding infant baptism, either for or against. In Genesis chapter 17, God continues his covenant. It is assumed that a child will be brought up by Christian parents, and children are to obey their parents, thus becoming Christians. Although I find this a very flimsy reason to support infant baptism. However, the Bible also mentions entire households being baptized, and we can assume there are some children under the age of what they call accountability. And these households would be the household of Lydia and the household of the Philippian jailer. There is also a historical precedent for this, because it is never brought up as a bone of contention in the early church. Irenaeus and Origen even spoke of it, and it wasn't until the 16th century that it was actually discussed or questioned. Believer's baptism states that baptism does not save people, and a person who has repented of their sin and accepted Christ as Savior can and should be baptized. It is a symbolic representation of the death, burial, and resurrection of Christ. So this is immersion baptism under the water. And children can and should be baptized when they understand the significance of it. Christ led by example when John the Baptist baptized him, because Jesus did not need salvation. So that shows that baptism is not necessary for salvation. It also is symbolic of Christ laying down his life voluntarily. Also, Mary and Joseph also never baptized the infant Jesus. So I hope that helps to clear up some things that you might wonder about, and it's cleared up some stuff for me, so that's cool too. Please drop a comment below. Let me know how you want to explore things further. I appreciate it. Thank you.